HRG bodies. This is the first step of a big project. Like I needed another big project. No, I did not, but we're doing it because I want what I want and I want it now. That's why. So check it out, you guys. Fifth wheel. Okay, so we're about to change this truck again. I'm crazy. You're gonna say this lady's crazy. I am crazy, but like I said, I want what I want, and I want it. So I want it, and I just can't not get it. Well, we all have to say goodbye to the pickup truck. The Gray Wolf has been in the fleet for almost 2 years. 2 months shy, 2 months shy of 3 years. She's got 303,000 miles on her, on the original everything. All I do is flush fluids, change filters, and add fuel. That's all I do is fluids, filters, and fuel. Okay? She has not given me one issue. This is obviously, it's a 2020 F350. It is an XLT model. She's a 6.7 dually. The only thing I'm going to miss about this bed today, we're going to take off the bed, you guys. The only thing I'm going to miss is my super cool sticker. Okay? No, I'm lying. You know what? It is really, it's a pro and a con to have the bed on, and it's a pro and a con to have a Hotshot bed. I mean, for people who are height challenged like me, I'm 5'1". I have to climb onto the tires to get into the bed of the truck. But the pro to that, that's the con. The pro to that is I can have my really nice L-shaped auxiliary tank. I got a little bit of space here for extra dunnage. I got a really nice, weather guard toolbox, and I still have a ton of space, right? So that's the pro. When you pull off the bed, you lose that. But I want to buy this trailer. I want to buy this trailer. So she's been 303,000 miles with a bed on her. I have not had any issues mechanically or DOT or otherwise. This next couple days, you guys are going to watch us pull all this crap apart and make her into a cab chassis. Fifth wheel cab chassis. So I went and bought a used Holland fifth wheel in Fort Worth. I showed you guys that the other day. So Lexi and I, hi Lexi. And she's so mad because I'm making her work. We're gonna, huh? You're not mad? No. Thank you for helping me. It's a family affair. Trucking is a family affair. We just got back from the gun range. So I'm gonna pull off that weather guard. That weather guard is just strapped down, and we're gonna take all this stuff up out of the bed and pull as much stuff as we can before Jason gets here. Well, here we go. We're gonna take the tailgate off. We got the weather guard storage box off. Bunch of shit, bunch of good stuff in there. Well, here's my fifth wheel upside down, but of course it's full of old grease, so got some dissolved grease. Lexi's gonna go get a wire brush and start cleaning at all this stuff. All right, well, we got the weather guard, we got the tailgate off, we got the auxiliary tank draining as much as she can. We're trying to figure out, Ford for some reason on the 22s has put a crazy looking bolt as the anchor bolts for the bed. It looks like a Lucky Charms puff. That one was pretty easy. That was 2 bolts. Jason got under it from the bottom, and 2 bolts there and 2 bolts there, and of course removing all the electrical cords, plugs, the 7-way and the 4-way, which went in there, and then this was probably for the lights, and then there's the 4 bolts. Bam bam. Took off the bumper piece by piece. We have to go to town to get this. Jason said stupid Ford for that, so that's fine. We have to go to town, but before we go to town, we're going to try and strip as much as we can off of it, which that's the smart thing to do. So we'll strip as much as we can off of it before we go to town, in case we find, I brought a blanket on the tire here, in case we find other things that we have to purchase on our way along this road. This one's going to be like semi-tutorial, but kind of quick too, because we don't got a lot of time. We don't got a lot of time. Very cute. Hey, you're some kind of like alien if you got 4. Well, we got lucky, you guys. We got a socket that kind of fit these bolts. Kind of fit them. Jason had to whack them down and then unscrew it. So, but it worked. It worked. So he got all the bolts undone. We got the auxiliary tank completely disconnected. I believe it's completely disconnected, wires and everything. So we're gonna back this truck up to closer to where we're planning on dropping this bed off so that it's not too hard for us. Wow, you guys. Right next to Jefferson's bed. Looking like a storage yacht around here. Storage yard. So we're not pulling off the rear bumper pull hitch. Okay, I want to keep that. We are going to pull that off, obviously. Excited, Lexi?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Hi. All right, day 2, you guys. I don't want anybody to say anything because I'm about to use the grinder. So here's my freaking safety eyewear. Okay, don't I look adorable? So day 2, hopefully, maybe the last day. We'll see. I don't know. We have to mount the fifth wheel, which is Jason's expertise. He's mounting the mud flaps right now. I'm gonna change the mud flaps, but for now we're in a hurry and we just got to get it done. He's just mounting the same mud flap frame. I'll redo the reflective tape later. He's gonna mount that. We got a new one of these. We got new lights because this light was busted. It still works, but it's not pretty anymore. So we got new lights. We're gonna get a new 7-way plug on that. So Jason's working on the mud flaps, you guys. That's gonna be the tricky part. And then we got all the big stuff out. We got to cut the angle iron. Jason said I cut it. We got to cut the angle iron because we hope, we pray we have enough clearance on the front, the front of the cab where it's close to the cab right there. We think we have enough clearance to mount my L-shaped 95-gallon auxiliary tank. We're hoping we do. He's gonna mount it for me, and I'm gonna take it with me mounted, and when I pick up the trailer, hopefully everything is right with the trailer and this guy, you know, is correct and the trailer is what it needs to be for me and I buy it. Putting a lot of faith on somebody's word. So that's a whole other can of worms, right? Hopefully, you know, everything works out and I end up purchasing this trailer, and then I'm gonna try it out with the auxiliary tank. That would be a big blessing if I can keep that auxiliary tank without having to purchase a new one.
Hey, Ma, you missed a spot. No, I'm joking. I'm messing with you.
Messing with me.
Got it.
Well, the thing is, I didn't want to buy a Hotshot fifth wheel. Well, we're getting to the end of day 2, you guys. It's been slow going, but going. And I'll just tell you the truth, okay? You know, Jason told me to order a 30,000-pound fifth wheel online, and they were costing between $1,200 and $1,500, and that was what was pissing me off. And not to mention that I'm on a time crunch, of course, as always, as we all are. And I didn't want to wait for shipping, and the one that I found that was for $900 was, of course, out of stock, and they're waiting for China to send them another container of that shit. So I got pissed off, and I bought the big rig one, right? Because I was like, no, we'll make it work. The big rig fifth wheel will make it work to my truck, and that's the truth. I'm impatient, I'm stubborn, and I want what I want, and I want it now, as with most women and most business owners. So now we're having, you know, the hard job of making sure that once this thing is attached, it ain't going anywhere. And of course, it doesn't exactly fit. It doesn't exactly fit. So we've had to use the channel iron, and, you know, bolt down to the plate and bolt through the frame of the truck, and nothing is lining up exactly right so far. So we're having to come up with different ideas. So, but that's the truth, you guys. If you want to know the truth, why do I have the big rig fifth wheel? Because it costs $400, and I'm stubborn. That's why. So we're gonna figure it out. Jason's welding the frame. He's making like a frame base so that auxiliary tank I got over there, that can rest on it, and we're gonna bolt that all down. I'll have Lexi clean off the auxiliary tank because I had brake fluid in the weather guard, which leaked out, and then it leaked, of course, out onto the fuel tank, so it's all nasty right now. And I'm gonna have her go clean that up when she's done. Look at this. I got the best kid in the world. Hey Lexi, what you doing, babe?
Clean this.
Clean the truck?
Yeah.
Clean the inside?
Yeah.
Because we didn't have time to take it to the detailer?
Yeah.
That's right. I appreciate you. Thank you. So she's doing that, preparing for our trip. I'm gonna take her with me to Minnesota to go pick up this trailer. I spent $700 at the tire shop. I spent another $700 putting on Fox shocks. Sorry, baby. Putting on Fox shocks because I had some I went through, God, what did I go? What's the other one? You guys, I went through the Rancheros. I didn't buy Bilsteins yet. But anyways, thus far, after you run through your stock shocks that come with your truck, the only shock that I have found that actually keeps up really nicely in the front are the Fox shocks. In the rear, I think I still have the Rancheros on. They seem to be doing all right. But in the front, the Fox shocks, thus far, that's what I have, you know, they're $200 a pop, okay? But, you know, they last forever. And Jefferson's in my white truck, you guys, right now. Jefferson is getting 3 miles to the gallon better in my truck, in my Chevy, the 2020 F350, than he was getting in his 2019 F450. And we'll talk about Jefferson in another video. He probably won't come on because he's not about videos and stuff. He's really not about that. But, you know, I'll tell you the story of Jefferson and why he is in my truck right now. He's getting 3 miles to the gallon better in my truck than he was getting in my truck and my trailer, because he has my Delco right now. So he's getting 3 miles to the gallon better in my truck and trailer, and he's got 17,000 pounds loaded on the truck right now. He's heavy, but he's still getting 2 to 3 miles better per gallon than he was getting in his truck and his trailer, which I'll go over that stuff again, like I said, in another video. And that she-beast has Fox shocks all the way around on her. And he's like, man, Natalie, he's like, you know, in my truck, I would feel tired, physically in pain, shoulder, back, you know, would be like in pain at the end of the day in my truck. And he's like, your truck is like a freaking boat, you know? And I'm like, dude, it's those shocks, it's those tires, it's this, it's that, you know? So it's pretty cool that, you know, it's unfortunate that he has to be in my truck in the first place, which that's another video. Obviously there's a reason for that, and you can imagine what that is. Good. I told him, at least that you're in my truck temporarily, at least, you know, it's not sucking down the diesel for you. And you're, you know, we're making some money. We're making some good money. He'll have at least an $8,000. He might have the $8,000 to $9,000 week. This will be his first full week with me. He started the middle of last week. So last week was not, you know, nothing. He did one run to get him out, and that was it. But now he's sitting on some good money. And, you know, I mean, it's just, we're all trying to do the best we can. I mean, this year, I'll do a closeout video of this year, but it has just been riddled, you guys, riddled with breakdowns, heartache, and upsets. You know, just this entire year has just been hard for all of my guys. And we'll go over that. I'll do it end of the year kind of recap for you guys. But anywho, Fox shocks, $700 on tires, $800 on, you know, shocks. Now we're doing all of this, you know, $400 for this. And you know, every time we go to town, it's another couple $100 for hardware or tools or this or that. I mean, it costs a lot to run a business. It costs a lot to run a truck is what I should say. So for those of you who are looking at getting into this, you know, beware and start with cash. Start with money in the bank, or else you will not, I repeat, you will not survive this. You know, you have to be able to have cash to pull from. Look at right now, the truck, this gray truck has been here off for 2 weeks. Truck's not making any money, and I'm doing nothing but putting money into it. So you guys have to think about that. You know, there's going to be times throughout your journey in trucking, whether it's Hotshot, whether it's big, I don't care. You know, when you're off, it's when you do your maintenance. So the truck is not making money, and then on top of that, you're putting hundreds and thousands of dollars back into the truck to keep it running, right? And if you were already paycheck to paycheck or factoring every single load or getting advances on every single load before you went home to go do maintenance and put money back into the truck, you're going to start, when you do start back up, you're going to be starting off behind, under the gun, right? Already trying to making money after the fact that you already spent it. So that's why I'm saying, like, you have to have money. There's no option in this. So anyway, I got on like a tangent, but Jason's welding. We're trying to put the auxiliary tank on, and obviously we're not anywhere near being ready yet. So maybe tomorrow, maybe day 3, who knows, whatever. I'll get there when I get there. The guy's holding the trailer for me, and hopefully what it is good enough for me to do all of this work. Good morning, good morning. Hopefully this will be the last day. Jason's gonna finish this, welding this. This is the frame or the support for my auxiliary tank. And I gotta do some grinder work here, cut out the X's, he said. We're almost getting there. We've got the fabrication for this done. It's bolted down and it's welded, so that's almost done. We're gonna work on the, like I said, that thingy over there. He's gonna finish welding it. I'm gonna grind all the edges that my bad measurements my bad measurements, or my corners are a little off and everything. Then we'll paint it and we'll mount it, we'll bolt it down here, and then we'll put the auxiliary tank on it. We got lights on. We've got almost my 7-way is mounted. We just got to plug that thing in, and we'll be almost done. I was hoping to be leaving today. That's not going to happen. That's totally fine. Probably leave in the morning very early. But we're getting somewhere. There's always something. Okay, there's my extension cord. Oh, here's the side of the house, right? We got the RV plug, right? We got the RV plug. Jason's big welder kept tripping my breakers, so we go to town again. You stop the fabrication on the truck, because we got to go to town, because we keep tripping the breaker every 3 minutes, and that's not good for the house. And so he's like, I'm just gonna fix this. So he rigged up some, 220, whatever, I don't know, 110, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not an electrician, but this is what it is like when you do DIY, right? When you do it yourself, you don't take it to a shop. When you don't take it to a shop, right? You want to do it yourself. And this is one of the things, right, that happens is we get sidetracked, right? This is my house. It's not a shop. It's not made for 220 Big Daddy welders. And so now we got to go and do this, and now we got to get, every time I go to town, it's like I'm dropping $200. And to me, right, I still see this as a blessing and a pro. Like I'm not worried about the money that I'm spending in town every time, or the distraction of the 3 hours it took to do this. I'm not worried about that, because I see the value in Jason doing my job for me. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you do this at home and spend $2,000 or $4,000, or if you take it to a shop and get a Hotshot bed put on your truck for $9,000, okay? Everybody is going to screw up. The shop is going to screw up along the way during your build, or whatever you're doing with like a bed like this. They're going to screw up, okay? The difference of them screwing up is they're going to try and Mickey Mouse put a patch over it and tell you it's perfect and bye-bye, thank you very much, sign here and pay here. Jason and I, as we go through this build, we run into new little setbacks. There's a pro to this, there's a con to this. Right now he's working on the framing of that base for my auxiliary tank. And so as we go along in this project, he is aware of the potential issues we may have in the future, and I'm aware of the potential issues, right? Like, I know I did all the cuts of the angle iron and the C-channel, so when it's crooked and I have to grind, use the grinder to make it straight again, like, I know that's extra work for me, but it's also, it's a fun part of the job for me, so I don't mind doing it, and I've gotten better. The more you do it, you get better, right? So I see the value in that, rather than just taking it to a shop, dropping it off, having them, keep the truck for 2 weeks, telling you it's going to take 3 days and, $8,000, and then it takes 3 weeks and $9,000, and then you're still not happy with it, or there are other things later on that you find that are not up to par or to your liking. By the time you pick your truck up from the fabrication shop or the mechanic or whoever, it's too late. It's done. You've already paid for it, and now you have to go back and fight with them. Whereas, if I have an issue with this, I can call you, hey, what do you think about this? Hey, I noticed this, da, da, da. And Jason and I can work through those things, and we can come up with a solution, and we can fix it. So I see a lot of value in this. Yes, it's taken longer than we both expected. Yeah, there's been other setbacks. I told you guys about the hitch that I bought that I insisted on buying, and that was the way I wanted to do it, and gosh darn it, that's the way I'm going to have it. And bless his heart, he's very kind in dealing with me for those things, because I'm a woman, okay? So anyways, now we've got electricity, so he's not, blowing breakers. So let's go check out the progress that he's making. All right, now that he's got the welder going good, we just flipped the fifth wheel back into place. It's all been welded real nice there. Made an extra bracket there, welding that on, bolting that on, welding that, bolting that, bolting that, and that's, oh, it's almost what it's gonna look like. Then we still have this piece. We're working on that. Lights are in, lights work. Lights are complete, wiring is done. That's beautiful. I found some DOT tape in my garage, so I'm gonna replace that. And then I got new mud flaps, really cool mud flaps coming in a week. So those will get replaced because these are on their last leg, right? So they don't look pretty. Now the whole truck is gonna be looking pretty, looking different. So we're gonna give her a little makeover, freshen her up a bit. Reusing some pieces from the She Beast when the She Beast was a cab chassis. But we're gonna put a little bit of new life into her.
Alright. You already got AC. I don't know, you want me to...
Had to drive hours and hours, you guys. This is Marshall, Texas. Texas Truck Outfitters saved my world, saved my life. I'll tell you guys about it in a second. Let me get back home. When you don't buy a cab chassis, right? Here's I'm gonna tell you guys. It's gonna take a minute, but let me tell you. When you do not buy a cab chassis, when you buy a pickup truck with the pickup truck bed, and then you go and remove the bed, your truck starts acting stupid. Okay, the radio won't work, the AC won't work, some of the, the tire sensors wouldn't work. It told me the backup camera, the 360 view, the blind spot awareness, all the extra electrical crap that comes on this truck that I have pretty much off, or disabled, I should say, the entire time that I've had the truck. Well, when you remove the bed and start unplugging all the electrical to remove the bed, you have this problem because some of the wires are on this weird relay and they go through parts of the bed wiring and then they go back to the computer. So when you break that relay, right, the truck starts acting stupid. So I took it to one shop. They were stupid. And then I took it to that other shop I told you guys in Marshall, Texas. This Texas Truck Outfitters. You see this tiny little plug, right? Cost me $37.50. That plug now makes everything work. So everything is working again. So I love those guys. You guys, if you're looking to do some crazy weird shit like this or whatever you're looking to do, call those guys, Texas Truck Outfitters in Marshall, Texas. They took care of me for $37. They were happy to do it. Very knowledgeable. Gave me some tips, all of that good stuff. They knew what they were talking about. So now we're back in the money. I have AC. I have everything's working again. And I'm happy. I'm happy again. So we're going to start on that. And I'm going to finish this and we're going to do some more stuff, and I'll show you in a little bit how far we get tonight because obviously we don't have that much daylight left. This stupid little $37 wire took all day, pretty much all day, to run around and just deal with all that. And then of course we had a bunch of other stops. We had to pick up some more hardware. We had to pick up some more, drill bits. We had, do a bunch of different stuff. I'm not the painter. My sister was always really good at this. My mother is very good at this. My mom just painted the whole interior of the house. And it's dark now, so I can't see shit. But I'm not a good painter. I'm just going to lay it on thick and touch it up in the morning. Because I can't see what I'm doing. Day 5, check it out. We're coming home. We're almost done. This is painted. We're waiting for paint to dry. And this is painted. We're waiting for this paint to dry. That looks pretty damn good. Jason's doing my transmission flush, transmission drain and refill. The fluid was still good, still red, didn't smell bad, but change it frequently. And then we're going to do the rear differential drain and refill as well. That looks good. Go ahead. Nice. I spray painted the auxiliary tank till I didn't have no more spray paint. We need more for the top, but that's okay. That can wait. Lexi's cleaning up the sealant off of the cover to the rear differential. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good.
You're doing great. This is my least favorite job, so you're doing a great job of it.
Like $5.
$5? Shoot.
I'm messing with you.
Shoot. Can we all just take a minute, stand back, and look at this big, beautiful freaking beast? Oh my God, I love it so much better than I liked the white truck. Like, this is just... I just can't stand it. It's so fucking gorgeous. It's beautiful. All right, let's take a look. What do we do? What do we do? Had to add a sticker so that it's equal because I only had the center and the right, so I added one on the left. Most importantly, to talk about the sticker collection, okay? Have respect, okay? All right, auxiliary tank is bolted down to the frame of it, and that's bolted down to the frame of the truck, so that's beautiful. Jason opted to put the extinguisher, fire extinguisher right there. I love that. I absolutely love that. I've got access to my gravity fed auxiliary tank here. I've got obviously my diesel, obviously my def. Everything is clean. Everything has been spray painted. It's gorgeous. This has been bolted to the frame, welded, bolted, welded, bolted. I'll get more spray paint. I ran out of spray paint, but that is gorgeous. That's ready to rock and roll. Fully functioning. I did end up spending a little time yesterday, and I think I showed you guys the mud flaps. That's beautiful. Lights are gorgeous. Got new mud flaps on order. You guys will like that. Well, maybe you will, maybe you won't, but I'll fucking love it, so that's okay. Man, just, oh man. Damn, that's sexy. And she's clean. She's ready to go, huh, Lexi? You love it? Are you excited to take her?
Yeah.
Well, we're headed out.
It's been at least 2 years since we moved here. So I
Yeah.
haven't been on the road.
Yeah, well, it's time for us to hit the road then. Yeah, you guys. 1,200 miles we're going. We'll leave tomorrow to Minnesota, and we'll see how she fares. We'll see how everything goes. We'll keep you guys posted on our progress. Stay tuned to the next video.